Hey guys, welcome back to our channel.
So this might be the most important episode in our love series, getting the registration done, actually applying for the registration.
So a lot of you are in college and other workplaces. You'll be wondering how to get this intercaste marriage done, interreligion marriage done. So this is
We are just gonna tell you how we got this done, guys. We are not going to encourage or push anybody to do that.
Yes, and don't take any drastic steps, guys. Everything has a way, and you're adults now.
Not all of us have to end up with registered marriages, right? Like if it's a family wedding, how happy it would be.
We took 8 years to convince our parents, and that did not work. And that's why we had to go ahead.
Yeah, and going for this registration was not the most happiest decision we made in our life. It was one of the most bitter decisions we had made, and we had regretted for it. We had felt really bad, and attending our relative's wedding or attending our cousin's wedding would bring back memories of our struggle, memories of our registered marriage. And whenever we see some, lavish wedding happening, we had felt bad that our wedding was not like this. Our wedding was not, supported by so many people. But okay, we are very happy with our wedding. We don't have anything to, really feel sad about. But our wedding ended up this way. Your wedding does not have to end up this way. So try hard, take all the measures to convince your parents and get a good wedding done. If that's not possible, then get some information from our video. So the first step is to go for registration. There were so many register offices in the city. I'm not at all involved in this. He did all the running around. So let's hear from him. So the first thing, like finding out the register office, how did you do that?
So before that, I had to get a ID of a local Tamil Nadu, because we were in Chennai, and all my addresses belong to Andhra. So at the same time, I had to apply for this, and the easiest way to do it is, if you're of the same religion, they said you just go and marry in a temple or in a church or as per the Muslim Marriage Act, and then you can bring that certificate here and they'll register it as per the government rules. But since we were of a different religion, so in that case, what we had to do was we had to go by the Indian Special Marriage Act. If you can just Google this out, you'll get all the details over there.
Yeah, because a temple wedding or a church wedding will not be accepted if you are from different religion. So you need to go by the government's act.
Yeah, so I didn't want her to convert, and neither was I ready for any of it. So why don't we just stick to the government rules, and there's always an option, right? There are rules, there are laws to be followed. So we did that. So what this act required us to do is, we have to submit our document, we have to submit our identity proof, and we had to sign these requisition letter. We had to pay a small fee. And what they do is, they take our pictures, and wherever my hometown is, wherever my native is, or wherever my permanent address, the address in the passport is, they in that register office over there, they would send both our pictures in this form, in this marriage form, and they'll put it on the notice board. So if anybody had any kind of objections, they should visit that register office or the court within 30 days. So 30 days, my photo was displayed in my hometown along with
You would have heard this, I think, even in movies. They wanted a Chennai address from you?
They initially wanted, but I did not have any local address, so they took
You did not open a bank account and give them that address?
I opened a bank account, but that was they asked me to go to Andhra and do it. So I said no, I need to do it from Chennai. So they wanted a national bank account also. So that address was valid to an extent, and with that I applied for postal address, the postal ID card and all that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's a ID called the postal ID. So everything was based on this rental agreement that I made, so that address was involved. So since we are of a different
I already
state,
had the postal ID with me. My God! So the first document that came handy was the rental agreement, right?
Yeah, rental agreement.
See, my idea worked out. Rental agreement is one permanent address proof, and using that we opened a bank account. So the bank account also had an address in Chennai, so that was another address proof, and using that bank account we opened a postal account and a postal ID. So that postal ID is a address proof or just
it's just an identity proof.
It's just an identity proof, and both of us had PAN cards. So we actually made a big master plan and we created all these proofs only for the sake of getting registered. So it is that difficult, guys, and to apply for the proof and to obtain the proof, definitely you know how a government work, right? So you need to wait certain number of days to get the proofs in your hand. It will be couriered to you, so all that takes a lot of time. So we kept our mouth shut and we didn't reveal this to anybody, and we were like doing all this in the background.
So since my ID and the photographs were put up in the register office, one of my friend went to register some land or something like that, and he saw my photograph over there, and I was the talk of the town in no time. And I got calls from my hometown in Andhra, and they were like, "Ore, ఏం చేస్తున్నావురా, ఏంట్రా నీ ఫోటోలన్నీ ఇక్కడ రిజిస్టర్ ఆఫీస్ లో ఉంది." And I was like so shocked.
Actually, we were not aware that they are going to put the photo in Andhra, right? We thought they'll only put the photo in Chennai, and obviously nobody in Chennai will come to do, Chennai being a very big city. Nobody will go to the Santhom register office and they won't come to know. But we were shocked when we heard that they put it up in Andhra, in his town, very close to his house.
Yeah, and anything that happens, because my parents have been teachers there for like over 30 years now, and they could easily actually get information from a lot of people know me over there, a lot of people know my parents over there. So immediately the surname Rosario, and then they searched about it, they informed my parents, and my mom especially was so hurt. I spoke to them and they did mention it. So you became pretty famous and all over here, you're the talk of the town and all that, congratulations and all that. But what to do, you had to go on. I said yes, I'm going ahead with it. And in the meantime, my friends also were informing me, and I was just praying and hoping that this 30 days go by without any problem.
I know this 30-day period was the longest period of our life.
Slowest period. It was just not going.
Yeah. Each day we were counting. Our photos were still there at the register office, and our photos were put up at the Santhom register office as well in Chennai. And we were living in Santhom area for more than 10 years when I was in school and when I was in college. So a lot of people know me from that area, so I was pretty scared about that as well. And by God's grace, the 30-day at last came to an end.
So before this 30-day period could get over, I had to cover up a lot of things. I had to prepare for a reception and all that, and I needed her help a lot. So I asked her, can you move in with me? Like, since we already applied for the registration and all that, and we will be getting married no matter what. So why don't you just move in with me? We can plan together and all that. And she took the big step.
Yeah, so I cannot just come out of the house and move in with him, right? I had to tell my parents. So actually, as soon as we applied for the registration, I told my dad that we had done this, and my dad was a little hurt, but he couldn't do anything about it. He said, okay, fine, it is your decision. We are not to be blamed for if anything happens at a later stage. And then when he asked me to move in with him, I went to my parents and I told my entire family that we applied for the registration. And I think by that time already 10 days had gone and only 20 days remaining to actually put the marriage sign, to actually get us registered for the marriage. I told my family and I told them I'm moving in with him. I didn't ask anybody's permission. I told them I'm moving in with him, and I packed my bags and all that. And I showed them actually the registration form and everything. I showed them. They went through all that and they said okay, fine. They didn't stop me, so I moved in with him.
And so the 20 days live-in relationship started for us, and it was like all the movies and all the clouds and all the beautiful memories that we made. It was fantastic, waking up in the morning and
together,
or not waking up at all till afternoon and all that, and watching movies late night. It was a fantastic experience. We started living our life, and
we didn't really worry about marriage. We started living our life.
At the time,
I remember Friday evening I'll come back from office and I'll shut the door, and Monday I used to have afternoon shift, so I had to go to office only at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So Monday 11 o'clock in the morning we'll open the door. Friday evening shut the door, and Monday morning open the door. Saturday Sunday we won't even come out.
What was happening in between?
Nothing was happening.
We
were cooking and eating.
Yeah, right. So we were ordering also, right?
No, we never used to order so much.
We used to actually cook and
eat a lot. My God, we used to buy like 3 kgs fish, 2 kgs prawns, and we used to cook during the entire weekend, and we used to have a very good meal. So that was the time I actually learned to cook.
Yeah, she was very sweet, as well as she didn't know anything at all actually. Washing clothes and all that was out of the question for her. What? Where's the washing machine? There's no washing machine, you have to do it in the bathroom. Scrub.
Stanton actually suddenly became aware that, oh my god, is this the girl I chose for my life? Mommy, you could have chosen a better girl for me. Because I didn't know anything. I really didn't know to cook anything. I didn't know to iron clothes. I didn't know to clean the house. I didn't know to fold clothes. Nothing literally. But folding, I think folding was the only thing I did.
Yeah.
Just roll it, put it on top.
So thank God I had some hostel experience. I could manage all of this.
Thank God I had him. I couldn't have managed my life alone.
I remember the very first morning she woke up and she was like, Danton, where's the breakfast? I was like,
I was shocked to see that there was no coffee, there was no breakfast, the milk also was not boiled, and I got so angry.
I was
It's like, I'm hungry. Where's the breakfast?
She is asking me for breakfast, and I was like, okay, let her wake up. It was already 10 o'clock. I was like, let her wake up, let her cook or something. Let's
He was waiting. He didn't even wake me up. He was waiting till 10 o'clock for me to wake up and make breakfast.
Eventually.
How stupid is he?
At 10 o'clock, I woke up and I was feeling so hungry.
Yeah, and when she's hungry, she goes mad. So this was a very beautiful experience.
Yeah,
actually.
so we actually had a very favorite restaurant for breakfast next to our house. It's called Pradeep Sandeepa or something. They used to serve very good breakfast. Like for 40 rupees, we used to get one full mini tiffin. Yeah, idli, pongal, dosa. So most of the time we'll go there.
40 bucks is decent price for like idlis, vada, pongal, sweet, and masala dosa also.
Yeah.
So and you get a filter coffee, right?
Yeah.
So 40 bucks.
Sometimes he'll eat 2 of that set and we'll be so full, we'll skip lunch. My god, we had a crazy live-in for that 20 days. The 20 days was, like just sufficient for us to figure out how to live together.
Yeah, so whether we have to go ahead with the wedding or not, actually. But then it was beautiful experience, and we had a lot of things going on because we planned to keep a small reception since we were not getting marriage. There was not going to be a marriage hall or anything like that. It's going to be just a signature in the register office. We planned for a small reception. So
this registration was only for society's sake, but I was more involved and more bothered about the reception because that was the actual function for which we had to plan our dress, plan our jewelry, and plan the food and all that, right? So I had already started preparing for that. I had already started planning for that with great excitement, and he was like, one step at a time. Let's first finish the registration. Oh
god, this women, like how they multitask. I have no idea how women do that. Men, we cannot do it. I don't know, maybe some men can do it, but I seriously cannot multitask. I need to focus on one thing, I'll get that done, and only then can I move into another thing. I cannot think of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mehendi. Oh god, I don't even want to go through that again, seriously. And she had a great time. She'll tell you guys in the next video, I guess, how we went ahead. So this is all about registration, guys. You just have to apply for it. 30 days waiting period, and then comes the signatures. We'll come to the signature part later, okay?
Yeah, and also how we got ready for the registration and who all came along. All that will be told to you in the next video. See you again, and share this video without fail, guys. See you again.
Thank you very much, guys, for watching. Bye-bye.